Hey guys, what's up? I don't have my earbuds in, so I don't think y'all can hear me. I'm sorry. I forgot to get them. I wanted to come on real quick and I did another video. I did a video about 5-6 hours ago, and evidently it didn't have any volume. So couldn't post that one. But they had, I remember I said I was going to wait in the Jayden Spicer case to make sure that they confirmed the public search and were going to allow me to go. Well, right after I did that video this morning, I got a call back, and no, it was shut off to the public. So I know they were planning a public search, like the family, like the aunts, but no, there's a no-go. You can't public search right now. They're still investigating. I think they've been in and out of the house a few times today. Hearing a few things that, circulating. Things start circulating amongst people, that they might hear from this guy something, and then by the time it gets down the line, you know what I'm saying? Like the searchers, by the time it gets down the line, you never know what it's going to be. And I think, I don't know if polys have been administered, or denied or anything like that. I mean, we know the mom's not speaking out. She wrote her little note, and that's pretty much it. She could have put that on a post-it, right? In my opinion. But I will say, though, that it's a heartbreaking story. We're ready. We're ready to go whenever they need us, because we're going to go to Tennessee anyway. So that's what I told them. We can go there a couple of days and then shoot over. Because I'm going to do a fire chat tonight on Sebastian and Jayden together. I think that'll be a pretty good one to do, and just kind of spill everything out there and spill what I can spill, right? We need to keep these children in our prayers. Jayden, I don't know what's going on in this case. I mean, they're investigating it. The sheriff's office post today, I don't know if y'all found their website, right? The KSP website, the Kentucky State Police. And I put the logo on every video, on every thumbnail. And they have a Twitter page. And they post a lot on that Twitter page. Like, what's going on? Day 4. Hey, no public searches, sorry. We're still investigating. There's still people on the scene, which I'm assuming that means at the property, at the trailer there. I got a bunch of pictures of like the house and all that, but I don't know. I'm gonna probably show them tonight a little bit just to give y'all an idea. I did a bunch of printouts today of some areas around the home. There's a couple bodies of water a little ways away that I found, but they're like kind of like retention ponds, kind of. But I think it's more for like agriculture, maybe needs, or like maybe they have cattle or something like that, because it kind of looks like two man-made big body water sources, and they're kind of together. I know that they're searching a few areas, like 4 or 5 different areas right now. There's no evidence really to show, from what I learned today, I was told, was there's no evidence to show that he's near that house at all. But I think we all knew that in the beginning. I think this place is pretty clear. As heartbreaking as that it is to say, I think trouble, some kind of trouble happened. That's what I think. We'll talk about it more tonight. I just want to let y'all know that there's no public searches, so people that might be trying to go that way, check the updates every day. Usually about 10 in the morning, Central Time, that KSP puts out a post on their Twitter X there. I didn't really know about that until today. One of the searchers I was speaking to told me about the page. So it just usually gives a little brief of what's going on and what their plans are, maybe for the day, or what they've accomplished that day, and what they're working on. So that you need to keep that in mind if y'all want to go check that out. It's on Twitter X on the KSP page. It's like KSP State Police, I think, .com, and they got like a Twitter page. I don't know if they have like any like Facebook or anything, but I know they have Twitter. I saw it and it has their logo on it, so I know it's their page. And it's at the bottom. It's signed Kentucky State Police. So you know it's authentic. I could tell as soon as I saw it, it was real. Uh, and it's just, they're just not saying much, guys. I mean, they're saying enough to give us an understanding, but they're just not saying enough yet. And I understand it, right? I do. I'm learning more and more. I've learned a lot from the Sebastian Rogers case about how they control evidence and how they control things and who they tell what to, right? Yeah, I do remember. You remember on that year anniversary when Katie Prophet said, unfortunately, the cops had told her they had zero evidence, but they're not telling Seth that, and they're not telling everybody else that. I mean, go back and look at the landfill search statements. Go back and look at some of the beginning statements when they said we're not going to rule out foul play on the 27th. The following day, every option is on the table. We're pursuing all avenues. Lie detector tests were administered, at least to the mom, right? She was the only one there, they said, so that's the one they're going to test. I was always informed that she did not do well on it. Now, she's never come out and publicly say anything other than she passed, but the thing is, they don't tell you that anyway right away. They're not going to tell you that in the same day. It never happens. They might give you a thumbs up, say, hey, okay, you did a good job, but they're not going to say you passed. And some people might take that as, oh, wow, I did good, but that doesn't mean that. Usually it'll take a few weeks if they even tell you, and usually you got to hound them, from what I understand, to even get it out of them. It's not something they're going to volunteer. Because they're not looking at it they're looking at it as a tool, right? We know that it's a tool. Ask Nancy Gray; she'll tell you it's a tool that helps them with investigation work, and there's nothing wrong with that. I get it. They're not going to hold up in court of law, so what's the point? Just do them, and if it helps in the investigation, then that's amazing. But that's another strong point that I want to talk about tonight. Why were lie detector tests even given to her? Why were they given to Daniel? Why were they given to all those other people in the Jack and Lily case, right? There's reasoning behind this, and we're going to talk about that tonight. I learned a little bit more about that today because I did happen to hound someone enough that they finally, gave me their way of how they view it, someone that's been in law enforcement for 19 plus years. So there's no reason to not believe what this man says. Plus, I know him, so there's nothing wrong with it. I've worked with the man for, oh my gosh, he started at least 12 years ago, and I've been there since like 03, 04, somewhere around in there. Long time. Long time. But anyway, keep little Jayden in your prayers. And if we'll talk more tonight. There's nothing, I don't believe, going to come out before tonight anyway. So, I mean, they're usually by 4 p.m. They've done said all they're going to say, and I don't, me, I go by what law enforcement says. I don't go by all this other stuff or what boots on the grounds tell me. I'm so cool they used that today in their case, in their Kentucky State Police statement. I like that, buddy. I like that, Gayhart. I like that, Gayhart. I love it. He said we got boots on the ground. I love it. Anyway. I think they're doing an amazing job. Some people may not believe that. I know for positive they're doing everything they can do right now. They're exhausting every resource at their disposal. Small communities, guys, get very limited resources. And that's why they beg for help from others. And they're getting that. And they're getting more, from what I understand, coming in Monday. So that's another plus. Anyway, we'll talk more about it tonight. Like I said, keep Jayden in your prayers. And if I find out anything else that's like major, believe me, I'll come out and do it, guys. Y'all be good. Y'all be safe. We love y'all. Remember, these are my opinions, thoughts, theories, my free speech. Y'all know how the drill works, right? My big alleged bubble. Educational purposes. What else we got to say? Y'all's comments, y'all's alone, not to reflect the channels. We do our research together because we're a big-hearted little family. I'm sure they don't like that, but I'm cool with it. Trigger warning times 500 million here. And everyone is innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. All right, guys, we'll talk soon. We love y'all. Have a blessed one. All right, bye.